What's up, guys? As you can see here with my headset, I'm at work right now. It's pretty early in the morning, very slow. But today's video, what we're going to do is kind of go through the journey of getting my first axolotl. As a lot of people know, I've got an axolotl named Frankie. And over the past couple of months, it's been quite the drama growing him from baby, about 6 months, to fully grown now. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and kind of compile. There wasn't enough over the past couple of months individually, so I compiled all of the video and footage I got, and we'll go through that kind of journey together. But before it gets started, make sure you like this video, smash the subscribe button if you like it, and ring the notification bell. Not sure how much content I'm going to be putting on this channel, but I thought I'd give it a shot. So without further ado, let's go check out Frankie. Alright, so this is Frankie. That's my axolotl. And today is our first day, full day, that we've been in our new quarantine tank. As the tank over there, where Bodhi is standing, is being cycled. Make sure we have all of our nitrogen levels and stuff good. So we got to do a water change on this little guy every day, and just so you can have for scale, that's me touching the water. So he's not very big, he's a juvenile. We'll be moving him over to here in just a minute so I can clean this water, give him new water in here, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully my tank will cycle soon and we can put him back in his big old tank with his hide and all the good stuff. Feeding time at the aquarium. Get it, Frankie, yeah! Say hi, Frankie. Bloodworms. Hey, just update on Frankie. He's still quarantining, as his tank hasn't fully cycled yet. Still have some high nitrate levels, which we're trying to let level out. Nitrate is rising, ammonia is going down, but nitrite is still really high. So I might have to recycle his tank with used filter media from the other tank. But for right now, we're just having a little brekkie. A little bit of breakfast here. Some bloodworms. He's been quite the voracious eater today. So I ate almost a whole cube of bloodworms and 2 small pieces of earthworm. He's getting pretty long. Pretty big guy now. Who's a little derpy axolotl? Frankie is. Just chilling with his arms hanging over the end. His little hammock there. Just hanging out. Doing axolotl things, guys. No big deal. Alright. So, just doing a little documentation here. As most of you guys know, I have a little axolotl named Frankie. And over the past couple of weeks, he has started to not feel very well. He's not eating as much, but he is eating. He's lost all of the little frilly fronds off of his gills. And I suspect, possibly, that he might have fungus infection on his gills. It's not a lot, but there's a little bit of white there, and I can't tell if it's just from injury or if it's a fungus. So we've taken him out of the tank and put him into quarantine. We're going to see if we can't clear up what's going on with his gills and get him to pass some of his food. Yeah, it's not pooped in a couple of days, and that's concerning. So this is just gonna be some documentation. If it gets too out of control, we'll go to a vet. We'll see if we can do some at-home remedies first. So as you can see here, got Frankie set up in his quarantine tub. It's got some bloodworms in there. I'm hoping it'll help spark his appetite. And we're just gonna keep 100% water changes every single day and check on what's going on here. It's a little bit hard to see. There's not a lot of light in here. Obviously they don't like light. You can see on that left gill there, some dots, little spots. That's what I'm thinking is the infection. So I'm just gonna keep a close eye on this little water sausage here. Make sure he's taken care of while I clean his big tank. Oop, there we go. Zoom out. There's his big tank. So, been doing water changes every single day on the big tank for the past couple of weeks, just because it's so hot here in Texas, and my air conditioning has a hard time keeping it cooler than 77 degrees. So 20 to 40% water changes almost every day, with water that's been cooled down with ice and melted, treated with Secum Prime, and then added back in slowly. That's why his cup is up like that. It's like a cup. It's like with the water in, it flow into the cup and not cause too much agitation, as they don't really like a lot of agitation in their water. So now we get to clean out this whole thing. I'm just gonna wash everything off, clean the filter, scrub the sides, let it stay dry for maybe a day, and then we'll put some more water in there and see if we can get the tank cycled again while Frankie is in his little quarantine tub over here. I'm gonna keep him in here for about 2 to 4 weeks, unless he starts deteriorating more, and then we'll take him to a vet. Definitely not a happy little guy right now. He's still eating pretty okay, not as much as he usually would, but we will keep an eye out. Here's Frankie's quarantine tub, and there's Frank, my little Axie. He's not moving around too much right now, but he's been pretty much going back and forth in his tub all day. There he goes. Pretty active little guy now. Super cute. Yeah, you can tell he wants the room to move around. Definitely way more active right now than he's been in the past 6 or 7 days. So I'll take it. Active axolotl. Yeah, I know you hate your little tub, buddy. I know you like the big tank, but we gotta make sure you're healthy first. So I did 100% water change on his little tub today. He had definitely dirtied the water last night. Had several pushes, and he had definitely stepped in it. So his water was visibly a different color today. When I got in here this morning at around 7, I took the first few minutes to go ahead and do the water change on him. And he's got fresh, clean water, dechlorinated. All good. So once he's good to go, another week or 2, depending on the big tank, we'll move him back over to his big home. He has his hide and his jar, and I'm going to get him a new hammock, little aquarium hammock, to go right across there. Gotta wait for the tank to cycle though, but I've put this in it. This is Secum Prime. So this stuff takes away the ammonia, help detoxify nitrate and nitrate. So That's what we're using on this fucking thing. Probably shouldn't have cursed, but that's okay. So we'll put the lid back on his little quarantine tub here. Whoop. I'll come check on you in a minute. Probably float a water bottle in your tank here just for a few minutes to get it nice and cool. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to give an update about Frankie. We had a couple of pushes in the last couple of days, and he was really seeming very sluggish. He would just sit in his quarantine tub and just kind of stay in one place. Seems to be kind of off of his food still. Wasn't too hungry. Left some bloodworms in there for him and a piece of earthworm. He eventually ate it. And we're pooping on a regular schedule now. And he's become very, very much more active in his quarantine tub. I can tell he's getting a little restless. I just checked his water parameters. So I took everything out of the tank and I cleaned it. That tank back there. Ooh. Lovely little tank. Anyways, I cleaned that because I thought maybe he had fungus on his gills. A little whoop. So I took everything out of the tank and cleaned it all. Took 100% water change. And I cleaned the filter a little bit. A little sponge filter. I don't know if you can see it. Working its magic. Anyways, cleaned all that out. So I had to recycle the tank. So it's going okay. Ammonia is just a little scotch high. The nitrite is definitely too high. The nitrates are looking okay. So just waiting for that nitrite to kind of level out. I have filter media from a other fish tank that we have that has some neon tetras and some pencil fish in it. You can see right there. Yeah, our little fish tank. Oop, right there. Little neon tetras in there. So I'm going to take the filter out of that guy, put it into the big tank. If in another week the tank doesn't seem to be cycling fast enough, let's see if we can't push it up. All of the white stuff's gone off his gills. Just got to get Frankie back on some food now and see how he's doing. But yeah, he's super restless in his little quarantine tub. Show everybody what's going on. You know, I really ought to get one of those little selfie sticks, or maybe an actual GoPro or something like that. But what's up, guys? Just wanted to kind of give an update on Frankie. Haven't had an update on him in a while. So last time we checked up on him, he was in his holding tub. He was in a quarantine tub because he was losing all of his gills, fronds, and was not eating right, not going to the bathroom. So we had him in this thing, a little shoebox size, something. Got it from the Dollar General. So he was in that for about a month, trying to let him heal up. Whatever was making him feel sick, I think might have been fungus. He had some little white things on his little gills. So I'm pretty sure he had some kind of fungus. He also might have not been feeling good because we did get some rose minnows to put into his tank and hopefully let him have some just enrichment with chasing the minnows around for his food and having something to kind of look at in there. He ended up eating all of them, which I expected. I think that they did not sit well with him. So no more rose minnows. People are on the fence on feeding fish to axolotls. So not really sure if it was the minnows or just the water parameters are what, but he's feeling better. And we got him back into his big tank, as you can see here behind me. And we've made a couple of updates. So I'm gonna show you what those are. All right, so there's Frankie right there. He's hanging out. He's almost a foot long now. Quite a bit bigger than he was when we got him. When we got him, he was maybe 3.5 inches long, 4 inches long. So he's grown quite a bit. We upgraded him from a 10-gallon tank to this 20 long. And he got too big for his hide. So you can look down here. Got all my aquarium equipment down here. And this was his old hide. And you can see he barely fit into this thing. Boop. So, put that back. So we thought it was time to go ahead and upgrade him, get him a new hide. So I got over here, I got a basic hide, it's a rock hide. He still has his glass jar, he still likes that. And we saw this thing at the PetSmart and thought it was pretty cool. So it's a, get in here, see if we can focus on it better. There we go. So that's his new fake rock hide skull. And he likes that quite a bit. It's pretty nice. He spends most of his time in that one. He does go into the other one from time to time, but this is his favorite. Easy to get in. It's got a big hole in the back here. He can come out through the mouth. So that's the new decor. We took the old hide out and also took out the reptile hammock that was in there. I'll probably get him another one. The reptile hammock that I ordered was off of Amazon, and it came with these metal rings. And the metal rings were rusting inside of his tank, which probably was not good for him. So we got that out of there. I'm going to have to get a new one for him. He really did like his hammock quite a bit. So I'll get another hammock, reptile hammock, put it in there for him. Oh, the newest edition came a couple of days ago in the mail. And here it is. My lovely wife was actually able to find this for me. This is a aquarium chiller. Now, I live here in Texas, so it's pretty hot all the time. And I've got this real big window here in my office. Back up so you can see this window. And it gets a lot of sun during the daytime. That's where I work. It's dirty. Don't look at that. But during the daytime, sun comes streaming in here, even though I keep the blinds closed. Still has a lot of sunlight, which warms this room up quite a bit. And then it also warms up the tank quite a bit. So Frankie, of course, doesn't like warm water. He needs cold water. So my wife ordered this aquarium chiller, found it at Walmart's website. Was able to buy it. It was about 85, 90 bucks. And we got it set up over here. Set it up yesterday or the day before. So we have a pump down in here. You can see there's the pump. Takes the water, pumps it out of here, goes down into here. This cools it, and then the other line comes back in and pumps the water back in. Now this little line right here is just a temperature gauge. Just this little sensor here. And it goes down into the water and will tell me how cold or hot the water is on the front here. Now, the problem with this setup is that this water chiller, this aquarium chiller here, is for about 3 liters of water max. That's way more than 3 liters of water. So while it does pump out cold water, it's constantly running, which doesn't do me any good because there's a lot of electricity. Now we do also have a fan up here. It's on right now. The fan helps with evaporation. That keeps the tank nice and cool. At least it helps. Evaporation can only do so much though. So we have to supplement getting the water nice and cold with either putting water bottles that are frozen in there and floating them, which doesn't look really good, or hooking up an aquarium chiller. So this one is doing okay. Definitely pumps out cold water, but temperature still rises during the day. Now, the winter months are coming up, so we probably won't need to run this as often, but we'll probably have an upgrade to the water chiller soon, the aquarium chiller. I'll probably end up selling that one, or keep it if I get a new axolotl. So I definitely want to get Frankie a friend, boyfriend or girlfriend, don't know yet. Pretty sure Frankie's a boy, but we'll probably end up getting a leucistic axolotl or an albino axolotl, maybe even a golden axolotl, depending, from some of our friends who are here in the States who can ship them legally. So we'll see. Right now that's not in the cards, but maybe if we one day have a baby axolotl in a smaller tank, that'll help keep it cool in the summertime months. So I just keep it as a backup just in case. All right, y'all. Well, that's pretty much it. The axolotl tank is back up and running. All new stuff. Very good. Have a happy axolotl. He's eating quite well. Going to the bathroom quite well. So no worries there. Don't think we need to put him in quarantine again for a while, hopefully. And our other tank, right back there, you can see it. That tank has got some pencil fish that we've had for a while, and a couple of neon tetras and some moss balls. So it's just a nice little kind of like a nano tank. It's a 6-gallon tank. It's got a hang-on filter on the back, and pretty much just don't mess with that tank. We don't check the water parameters on it very often. I think I've checked it twice. But I leave the filter in there because they don't produce a lot of waste at all. Filters usually change it once a month. I've probably let them go 3 or 4 months because they're just so tiny, those fish. We did lose one of our pencil fish, sad day. That happens. They don't have an extremely long life cycle, and we've had that tank set up for, I don't know, maybe 1.5 years, 2 years. So I think that's pretty much the lifetime for a pencil fish. Anyways, y'all, that's all we have today for the tanks, the new additions, and hopefully coming soon, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to add another axolotl into our little axolotl army we got going on. And then we'll be able to give you an update on that little guy. And until next time, guys, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.